Little late start today. It's Brad. We're live. And it's the Brad San Squeeze show today. Squeeze is still on extended holiday, celebrating his birthday somewhere. I guess it's his birth week, perhaps. It is 9:14. And we're going to be taking your immigration questions. So if you call right now, you will get on the radio. And the telephone number to call to get on the radio is 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. I believe we will eventually be live on YouTube at some point. Yes, we are. There we are. 1-800-529-5465. And now let me check. Kim, you are sharing our page on Facebook at Law Offices of Spar and Bernstein. And let me check what's going on over there as well while we wait for the lines to heat up. And, yeah, we just went live on Facebook about a minute ago. Good morning, Lisa, Carol. Yes, I am feeling better. Thank you very much. And we are going to be answering your immigration questions. So if you call, you will get on the radio, 1-800-529-5465, 1-800-529-5465. I did not see the Trump immigration speech last night. I was busy taking care of my son, who had an unfortunate accident, had a quick surgery. Now he's home recovering. So I did not see the immigration speech. But let's see, what do you have to say for himself here, Trump? He gave a speech in Phoenix yesterday promising a crackdown on immigrants. Excuse me, I'm taking a sip of coffee. And mocking those who criticized his response to Charlottesville. And his statement was, the words are perfect. He also promised to pardon Sheriff Joe Arpaio. And he's that crazy Arizona sheriff who eventually went to jail. He also, what else did he do? He had thousands of white nationalists and neo-Nazis attending his rally. And the protesters were in full force. And he slammed the media for remarking and reporting about his statements from Charlottesville. All terrible, terrible things as far as you're concerned, as far as immigration is concerned. And if you're an immigrant and you're not living in the United States, you gotta really be thinking about, what you want to do with your life. Do you want to live here in the shadows? Do you want to be worried about? Whether or not you are going to be caught by the Immigration Service? You are going to be stuck in jail. You are going to be deported. You are not going to be able to travel. You are not going to be able to live your life. Maybe I've spoken to people who said that when Trump was tweeting previously, they stayed in their home, were scared to leave. I see here in the New York Times today, the Trump administration moved to expand deportation dragnets. So that means that if you're living in a city that is not a sanctuary city, and your jail time is up, he is asking those local authorities to hold you in jail until the Immigration Service arrives, even if they have not given a detainer on that person yet. If there is a detainer on a person, they can hold them for up to 48 hours after waiting for immigration. But if there's no detainer, and unless there's a lawyer who is going to be going into a court to get you released, local sheriffs can hold you forever. So that's what Trump. Insane. So that's what Trump is asking people to do who are outside of the sanctuary cities. And I just want to text. All right. And let's go to our first call. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. My name is Lorna.
All right. Hi, Lorna.
Hi. I just want to thank your office, especially Miss Marina and Jackie, to helping me throughout my process of receiving my green card.
Thank you for calling.
I received my green card last week. I just want to thank you guys all. All the time I heard people talk about your office assisting people, but I was having a little doubt because, everybody talks about their office. But I proved it for myself that your office is one of the best office I can able to think of because I proved it last week. And I really, really appreciate your office. And everybody who is going through this process, they won't even know the half of what I was going through. But your office assist me that I could receive my green card. And thank you very much again. Marie, who always helped me with my phone calls, Miss Marina, and Jackie, the two lawyers. And I thank you all.
Wow, that was really beautiful and wonderful. And let me first start by saying congratulations on you getting your green card and being able to move on with your life and be able to live as much as you can, the most fulfilling life you can. Certainly not have any legal barriers to living a fulfilling life and being able to travel home and work legally and get to live here permanently. And I hope in 5 years or 3 years, whenever you are eligible to become a citizen, that you take advantage of that. And you actually do become a citizen, because if you plan on living here for the rest of your life, you should become a citizen of the United States, because ultimately, I always thought that it was your country when you got a green card, but it's only now, according to Donald Trump, your country if you get a U.S. passport. So I want this to become your country as well at some point in the future. Can I ask a question, though? And by the way, again, congratulations. Two things. One, when do you plan on traveling home?
In December.
Oh, wow. You're not going to... Okay. So you're going to go for Christmas?
Yes.
When was the last time you were home?
From 2012.
Oh, wow. So everybody misses you. 5 years.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, my kids and my grandson.
Oh, wow. Okay. So it's going to be a big party when you get there, right?
Yes. I thank you.
And would you mind talking about what Marina and Jaclyn in the office did for you? Or would you rather keep that private?
Well, I can talk about a little of it.
Okay.
My husband, he is a U.S.-born citizen, but he was a little bit nerve-wracking about going through this process. One of the time I remember when I went to Miss Marina, my husband said that he cannot go through it because of the situation that's going on the news that we are hearing about immigration, deporting, and for the husband to get into trouble if there is anything. So Miss Marina told us that your marriage is real and you're not going to be deported because based upon the interview that we have gone through, I noticed that your marriage is real. But still, I was crying in the office and telling her that I'm going to give up. I don't think I'm going to go because of what I heard on the news. So Miss Marina said, okay, this is Mr. Bernstein's office. I'm going to work with you guys. So come in and I'm going to ask you questions and stuff like that. And my husband said, okay, but when we were supposed to go on an appointment to Miss Marina, my husband didn't want to show up, even though she called him because he was afraid to go on the interview. And Miss Marina said to us, okay, it's out of New York. It's not in Manhattan. It's other places you're going to go. But I am going to get somebody because I'm unable to go with you. So I'm going to call Jackie and talk to Jackie. And Jackie is going to be able to talk to you more. So when we went there, Jackie came so early, and we sat there, and Jackie spoke with us. And even that time, my husband said, oh, he is scared to go in this interview. And Jackie held our hands together and said, listen, you can do it. You can do it. Everything is good. You can do it. So when we went in for the interview, that because we thought that we was going in by ourselves, but Jackie said, no, she's going to go with us. And based upon the question that Jackie asked us, and the answer that we give, that's the same question we received when we went in. We were like a family when we went inside here, and they said, okay, you are granted your green card.
Wow.
I really appreciate it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. What an amazing story, and congratulations. And it really goes to show, you know, being a good lawyer, okay, it's not enough to know the law. There's lots of lawyers who know the law. You also have to know your clients. You have to understand your clients' issues that have nothing to do with the law. And that's what really separates, I believe, good lawyers from not so good lawyers. And here is a perfect example of, lawyers don't have to sit there and be your cheerleader and be your hand holder and encourage. Lawyers just has to do the work and show up. But we did here at Spar and Bernstein, and you said it beautifully. It was a really beautiful statement that you said, and here we are going above and beyond, and only because I bet you if you went to 9 out of 10 other lawyers, you would not have a green card today.
That is true. That is true.
Yeah. So
that is true.
So congratulations to you. Nothing happened to you other than you got a green card. Nobody came and arrested your husband. I know he was very, very nervous, and now life for both of you will be far, far better. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I have a friend in Florida. I told her about you. She was asking if you are in New York City, how could you work in Florida, because she's going through a process too, and she would like you to become her lawyer.
Well, the first step would be we can handle immigration in all 50 states, and the first step would be to have a phone consultation from Florida. She doesn't have to fly up, and we can talk to her about her issues over the telephone. And then a lot of the work can be done by email and regular mail and telephone.
Yeah.
And then when it comes time to preparing for an interview, sometimes we can prepare over the phone. Sometimes, you would have to fly up to New York. And when it comes time for the actual interview, we will fly to Florida to be there, just like Jaclyn was there for you.
Yes.
All right.
And actually, Jaclyn is going to be joining us in just a few minutes.
Oh, really? Okay, wonderful. All right. Well, you are the best. Congratulations. And I didn't ask you to come on here. I didn't even know you were going to call. So I really appreciate it. It really shows how much you appreciate what we did for you, and that's really what makes our life and why we get up every morning to do this so worthwhile. So congratulations. I wish Donald Trump heard this. I want to send this to Donald Trump. Hold on 1 second. All right, hold on. 1-800-529-5465, 1-800-529-5465. Kyle, you're very quiet during that whole thing.
I was just taking everything in. I'm very appreciative of people who actually call in and are grateful for the good work that's being done. It shows that positivity and great things are coming out of this.
Yeah. All right. Wonderful. 1-800-529-5465. Let's go to Mike. Mike.
Hey, morning. How are you?
What's up?
Okay. Quick stay. I don't live in New York. And I have one child in college and one who has the Obama Dream Act.
Okay, the child in college, what is that person's status?
American citizen.
Okay, how old is he or she?
19.
Okay, and your other child who was not born in the United States is, I guess, a little older and has
20.
DACA. 20. Okay, and your question is what?
What
can you do?
I'm not legal.
Right.
What's my next step?
Well, how did you come to the United States?
On a J1.
Do you have a 2-year home residence requirement?
Well, that's years ago. That has passed. I'm talking about 15 years ago.
Okay. 15 years ago, when you entered the United States, did they say that you had to go home for 2 years?
No, the 2-year rule does
not apply to you. Wonderful. And since you've been here for 15 years, have you ever tried to get a green card in any way, shape, or form?
No.
Have you ever sent in an application to the Immigration Service in any way, shape, or form?
No. The only thing was to get the DACA for my son.
Fine. Has the Immigration Service ever wrote you a letter saying, please leave the United States?
No.
When you came into the United States, did you have on your I-94 that little white card? D/S attached to it?
I can't remember that.
I would say almost to a certainty you did, but we would have to confirm that. Okay? D/S means duration of status. Now, when people come on J1 visas and F1 visas, team here, have you been listening to me? What's the best visa to overstay?
J1?
J1 or an F1. And the reason is because you don't have a 10-year bar to re-entering the United States if you were to go home to pick up a green card. You don't have it on a student visa. You don't have it on a J visa unless you have, since that time of overstaying, you applied for some other status and got denied, or you submitted an application to the Immigration Service and they said leave the country, or on your I-94 you're 1 in a million who doesn't have duration of status, which I'm sure you do. So I would guess without, I would have to look at the documents, but I would guess that you do not have a 10-year bar if you wanted to re-enter the United States. Now, why is that important? Because maybe you can get sponsored in a job. Job sponsorship takes a year. You can go home, come back in a year with your green card. You'd be home for 2 weeks if your employer wants to sponsor you. If you have parents here, maybe your parents want to sponsor you. If you want to wait until your child turns 21, who's the U.S. citizen, it's maybe a year and a half or perhaps a little longer, then obviously you would wait and then adjust your status here. Those would be your options off the top of my head.
All right. Another question. If my child has money, buy the lotto, win, whatever, can she file before 21?
No. Just because you win the lotto doesn't mean you can file before 21. You can file on the 20. It has to be 21.
21.
Yes.
Okay. And someone told me about voluntary deportation. You filed.
Why in a million years would you ever voluntarily leave the country?
No, I don't know what it is.
Okay, it's you leave the country and you don't come back ever. Okay, so you don't do that.
Okay.
So, but what you can do, I think you were talking about cancellation or removal, but you wouldn't even do that. Okay, you have two choices. And by the way, welcome, Jaclyn. You have to turn on your microphone there, Jaclyn, and you have to turn the camera a little bit. And Jaclyn, you missed. First of all, I'm going to catch you up on Mike's question, okay? But more importantly, you had a caller who called before. I don't even know if you're aware. You don't have to say the name of the person who you really had to talk to husband. He was terrified of going into that interview. He thought he was going to be arrested.
Oh no.
I'm glad that I talked him down.
Yes, you talked him off the ledge, and they got through.
Your praise,
yes,
I appreciate
right. So
it.
they called to praise you. But so to catch up on Mike, he came here on a J1 visa.
Okay.
He's been here for 15 years. Most likely, he has duration of status. He's never been asked to leave the country. He never applied for any change of status. He does not have a 10-year bar, based on what I'm hearing. He can do a job sponsorship. It could take 18 months, 12 months. He can be home for 2 weeks, get his green card and come back, or he can wait until his child is 21, which is about a year and a half from now, and adjust his status here. Child obviously just won the lottery, so congratulations, but just because you win the lottery and have money doesn't mean you can't file beforehand, unfortunately.
If only the world worked that way. That would be
All right. By the way, the lottery is $700 million today.
So wait, she won that lottery?
No, because that's tonight.
We're going to win that lottery.
We're going to win that.
Just buy the United States in that case.
We will win that, and we will still be on the radio tomorrow.
We'll probably.
All right. So, Mike, do you understand everything?
Yeah. So my last question is,
yes.
Other than the options you're saying, it doesn't make sense for me to become one of your clients right now?
If you have a job to sponsor you, it would make sense. If you don't have a job to sponsor you, then you should come see me approximately 3 to 4 months before your child turns 21.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
All right.
Thanks very much.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. When I say that number, that is the telephone number to Spar and Bernstein. It's the number to call to make an appointment to come help you solve your problems. I don't think you need any more encouragement to come solve your problems than our first caller who praised us, and then open up any newspaper and see Donald Trump saying he wants to get rid of you. Those are the two things you need to know this morning. So if you know those two things, you should be calling our office to see if we can help you. And the telephone number is 1-800-529-5465, 1-800-529-5465. That is the number to call to get on the radio. It is also the number to call to make an appointment to come see us. Let's go to David. David.
Hi. Good morning.
Good morning, David.
Mr. Boston, wonderful job.
Thank you.
Okay, I have a son here come in this country permanent. And he went to school and he fight up and he get deported. Now I tried to bring him back once and he get caught up. He served some time in prison. And I tried again and he's right now in the detention in Miami. What can I do?
It sounds like you tried to get him to re-enter the United States after a prior deportation twice without immigration ever giving him permission. He is permanently barred from ever living in the United States, I think, at this point, at least for the foreseeable future. If you re-enter, I think, I don't know what the bar is, 20 years, I think, or something like that?
It is 20 years.
It's 20 years. So at least 20 years, he's going to serve time in jail, and then he is going to have to live in another country for 20 years. God forbid you need his kidney for a kidney transplant. God forbid. I don't wish it on you. I'm just telling you how bad of a situation your son is in. The government would say go down to where he lives to pick up the kidney. They will not allow him into the United States for 20 years. He has tried to re-enter twice after a prior deportation. So unless the laws change, he's out for 20 years. Who knows what the laws will be in 20 years? I don't know.
Yeah, and if he got in a fight, that might be a significant offense that
it could be an aggravated felony. I don't know. We don't know what the laws will be in 20 years, but you know, your son living in America is not an option right now. Unfortunately,
not an option.
Not an option.
No. Well, he's there Monday. He can be indicted, and then I don't know what sentence he will get.
All right. So what I would suggest you do is this. Okay, what he needs is good criminal defense attorneys, not good immigration attorneys. We have two fabulous federal litigators in our office, David Moreno and Paul Hirsch. You need to hire us or hire somebody equivalent to us to go to federal court in a criminal matter and argue on behalf of your son not to throw him in jail for the next 5 to 10 years. He is better off to be deported than be a jailbird in America. But America is not going to work out for him. Our biggest concern and your biggest concern for him right now is how long is he going to sit in jail? You need good lawyers. Hold on 1 second. I mean, we could fly to Florida. It's not, all right, it's JetBlue. Hold on. All right. 1-800-529-5465. By the way, welcome, Jaclyn. I didn't really introduce you. Jaclyn's one of our fantastic immigration attorneys. I was late, and you were late as well.
Those trains are absolutely terrible.
Yeah, the trains. I got stuck on the train, too.
Yeah.
Yes.
It took me like 20 minutes to get to 59th Street.
Yeah, it took me.
Especially when you live outside of the borough.
Yeah, I tried to take the subway across the street. It was horrible. All right, 1-800.
No wonder you were delayed.
Yes, I was very delayed. It was a big delay. 1-800-529-5465. Let's go to Leonard.
Yes.
How are you, Leonard?
Good morning, Leonard.
Yes, good morning. I have a quick question. If somebody is a green card holder and their green card expire, will it offend them from getting a job?
Well, it depends on your employer, but you should renew your green card. I think it is the law that you always have a valid green card.
Well, I will say this. You are a lawful resident of the United States. Okay? So just because you don't renew your green card doesn't make you not a lawful resident. However, when you are working in a job, they have to do what's called an I-9 verification. And the I-9 verification requires you to submit proof that you're a lawful resident. And if you have an expired green card, that doesn't do it for the I-9. And if it doesn't do it for the I-9, that gives your employer a lawful reason to discharge you from employment. So your question, so if your employer is going to do an I-9, you got a problem. If you've already done the I-9 and your employer is never doing it ever again in their lifetime, they won't know the difference. You're still a resident. You just don't have proof of it.
Okay.
Got it?
Yes, that's got it. Well, I am a client of you. I came into you already.
Okay.
But my problem is financially. That's why I didn't follow up with the program.
All right.
So I still have you in mind.
All right. We got you in mind, too. Yeah. Just come fix your problem. Put some money together.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Leonard. 1-800-529-5465. 1-800-529-5465. Donald Trump gave another anti-immigration speech yesterday. He says he's cracking down. He says his words from Charlottesville were perfect. He says he's going to release Sheriff Joe Arpaio. He seems to think that Joe Arpaio, whatever the guy's name is a hero. I would say 90% of America thinks he's a disgusting pig, and a racist. But you know, to each his own. But for everybody out there, the writing's on the wall. Writing's on the wall.
It's time to fix.
It's time to fix it, especially when Trump administration in the New York Times today says they're going to move to expand deportation and dragnets. What more do you need to know? Fix yourself, Mr. Anderson.
Good morning. How are you, sir?
Good. What's up?
Good morning.
Okay, listen. I have a question. My green card has been expired and I lost it. Okay, but I've been here since '86. Can I go and apply for citizenship, although I do not have my green card physically?
Say this again?
Okay, my green card is expired and I lost it. But I've been here since '86. Can I just apply for citizenship without having it?
Yes. Yes, you can.
Okay, and now, I need to prove to my job that, that I am legal to work for them.
Then you would need to file the I-90 for the replacement green card, because when you file your citizenship, that doesn't give you proof that you're a lawful resident. All it does is give you a receipt notice that your citizenship is pending. But the receipt notice that your citizenship is pending is not enough to prove that you're legal to work in America. What you need is a stamp in your passport saying that you're a lawful resident, or a green card in your hand, and the only way you do that if your green card is expired is to file an I-90 application.
Okay, well, if I file an I-90 application, that means I am renewing the green card, correct?
Correct.
Or replacing it. You can replace it as well.
Right, and you can do both, replace your green card or renew it or whatever words you want to use, and apply for your citizenship simultaneously.
Okay, but that would be two separate fees, right?
Two separate fees. They screw you. Welcome to the United States of Donald Trump. In the United States of Barack Obama, they wouldn't charge you both fees. I'm telling you the truth. In the United States of Donald Trump, they're charging both fees. It's crazy.
So then I have to pay $540 for the renewal of the green card and then $725
Correct.
for the citizenship.
Correct.
Wow.
Correct, yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, sir, and God bless you for what you're doing.
Thank you very much.
And God is looking upon you, okay?
I hope so. Thank you. I need it. Hold on. Hold on if you need help. Well, I'm glad God is looking on me. Woo. Boy, I've had some rough summer. I need somebody to look over me. All right, 1-800-529-5465, 1-800-529-5465. I do have to remind everybody that today's show, as always, is brought to you by USA Credit Repair. They are here for you today, there for you tomorrow. USA Credit Repair is the key to beautiful credit. I think I finally got it now.
Yep.
It is the key to beautiful credit. The telephone number for USA Credit Repair is 1-800-872-7177. Everybody on YouTube, everybody on Facebook, hang in there for about another minute. I got about another minute or two to talk about USA Credit Repair. And then we're going to go right to your social media questions. And we're going to answer all of your social media questions. And then we're going to go back to the radio calls and answer the radio calls. So USA Credit Repair, their telephone number is 1-800-872-7177. I can tell you, I just called them, and they checked my credit, and my credit was 769. They said, Brad, you are beautiful. Beautiful. I said, thank you very much. I said, thank you. I needed to hear that.
I actually heard something crazy about credit.
What?
Because I always check my credit from what my credit card companies give me, because they give you one.
Right.
Those are made-up numbers. Those are not real credit scores. It's what they think your credit score would be based on your behavior with that bank.
Interesting.
It's not like
No, it's not. What are you talking about? That's wrong. You have 3 different credit reporting agencies. They give you 3 different numbers. Those 3 different reporting agencies are your credit scores, depending on which ones it is.
Yeah, but the ones that the bank gives you, like
some banks
allow you to see your credit score, and those aren't right.
Right, but I don't know about that. But
that's
when
why you need a company
but when
like
you call USA
Credit
Credit Repair,
exactly.
they are telling you your exact credit.
Exactly.
And I called them myself. They ran my credit for free. I'm 769. I felt beautiful.
Yeah.
I felt beautiful. I said to my girlfriend, look, you see, I'm not a bum. 769. Huh? Is that beautiful?
Let's go take out a loan.
Let's go take out a loan. All right, so the telephone number for USA Credit Repair, is 1-800-872-7177. 1-800-872-7177. Call them now. They are our proud sponsors. And if you call them, they will run your credit for absolutely free. Let me give you the number one last time for USA Credit Repair. 1-800-872-7177. That's 1-800-872-7177. 1-800-872-7177. USA Credit Repair. Strong, manly guy. Are we ready for social media check-in?
Absolutely.
Are you ready?
It's rapid fire.
It's rapid fire.
Oh, my God. I'm never ready.
I'm a PR for 6 months now and would like to file for my daughter and her child, who will be 21 next year. I am working but have not been paying taxes. Am I still able to file?
Yes.
You can file, yeah.
I'm currently a permanent resident living in the USA, but I'm a client of HASA. They want me to help with housing. I refuse all their help, including SNAP benefits, but have been told that housing will not come against me. I'm still worried as I am petitioning for my daughter and want to petition for my husband. Please give me some advice.
Sounds like she's an abused spouse. Because highest.
Oh, highest?
H-A-S-A.
HASA. No, maybe it's
I
highest.
thought it was like...
Maybe it's highest is a non-for-profit group that helps battered spouses.
But she wants to petition for her husband as well.
I would need to know more about what's going on. I don't know who HASA is. All right, continue. She needs to make an appointment, and then I'll let her know. We'll review. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Can you travel with your working papers?
No, you need advance parole if you have a green card pending.
Yeah, but you can travel in the United States, but outside the United States, you need advance parole.
If someone became a citizen of the U.S. and did something wrong, could they be deported back to their homeland?
No, unless they got their citizenship by mistake.
By fraud. Like you were a Nazi.
Exactly.
We're talking about Nazis. Yeah, we were talking about neo-Nazis before. And then last night I watched Inglourious Bastards with Zachary. Yeah, and he comes first. He goes, "We're gonna go kill some Nazis."
Yeah. But apparently, now everybody's confused as to whether Nazis are good or bad.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, but generally they have always been.
I'm
gonna tell you, they've always been bad up until like 5 days ago.
Yeah. Who knew that was a debate we were gonna have again in 2017?
Exactly. All right, continue.
I am a U.S. citizen. My stepdaughter is here visiting from Jamaica. I'm in the process of filing an adjustment of status for her. Would she need to take a DNA test to prove she is my husband's child? My husband recently came to the U.S.
It depends on if she was legitimized, so you may.
If you were married if you married the man and the child was born, no. If you were not married to the man, it's possible, depending on whether or not his name was put on the birth certificate at the time of birth.
Can you bring your children to your green card interview?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm awaiting appointment date for an immigrant visa being petitioned by a U.S. citizen. My mother died on Monday. The body's in New York, and an affidavit of support was submitted July 27, 2017. Can I apply urgently for a visitor's visa, and how?
Well, you wouldn't apply for a visitor's visa. You might be able to get humanitarian parole,
yeah,
or you can request that the interview be expedited. So perhaps you can, if you're waiting on the interview, you can get the visa.
Either way, first, my condolences, and second, correct. And you would need an attorney to intervene. You're not gonna. It's not gonna happen if you just call them.
Yeah.
My cousin's father filed for her just before she turned 21, but there was a problem in the application, so they had to do it over, and then she had fingerprints done. Then the interview was told she would receive her green card in the mail. On Monday, she received all her paperwork in the mail saying she aged out. Can anything be done? Her interview was January 28, 2017, and she just got that on Monday the 21st.
He was a citizen and she was under 21, then you can contest that. Sometimes they make a mistake.
Yeah, and here's a perfect example of stop being your own lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
All right, because if you had us as your lawyers, can't guarantee you anything, but I would assure you probably that would not have happened.
We actually did a case just like that, and
Yeah.
he got his green card.
That is correct.
Very smooth.
That is
so.
correct. Although prior successful results never guarantee
That
a
is true.
similar outcome. Yes.
My husband's here for 3 years with a conditional green card. I'm a U.S. citizen now. Can he become a citizen? Also, his green card expires in December.
He needs to file to remove the conditions. After he removes the condition, he can immediately file for naturalization. He can't just derive it from you.
If you've been filed for, can you still travel back and forth on a visiting visa? I'm living in Jamaica.
No.
My cousin is living with me right now. She came
I'm
here
not
on
allowed to talk now. She just jinxed me.
She came here on a K-1 and got married. They have their interview soon. The husband is threatening her, not showing up to the interview because she's pregnant and doesn't want kids. He doesn't want kids. She left her husband and is now living with me. What can we do with her upcoming interview?
Yeah. There's something called matter of cesse. And matter of cesse says that if you came here on a fiance visa and the husband has filed for you, and meaning that there's an affidavit of support somewhere by this husband, that is all that is required for you to get a green card. Whether he shows up to the interview or not will have no bearing on whether you get a green card or not. As long as you can prove it was a real legitimate marriage. So I would suggest that she hire a good attorney like us to prepare her for her interview and go with her on her interview alone and not worry about what the husband will or will not do.
Definitely go.
And she will get her green card.
Can you adjust your status if you were paroled?
Yes.
Yeah, as long as you have somebody to petition for you, yeah.
And our final question of the morning, where is Squeeze?
Where is Squeeze?
Where is Squeeze?
Where in the world?
Where in the world is Squeeze? The last I heard from Squeeze was around 11 a.m. yesterday. He said, "Thank you, man, for wishing me happy birthday. You're almost as old as me." And I have not heard from him since.
How old is Squeeze?
We also
24?
We also have not seen Kim Jong-un in public since that same exact moment.
This is true.
Right.
I also haven't seen any tiki torches since Squeeze has been gone.
That is true.
He may be fighting crime.
He could be. There have been no tiki torches.
Squeeze is fighting the neo-Nazis.
Yeah, we don't know.
Single-handedly.
Yes, Inglourious Bastards Part 2. Starring Squeeze.
We got a last-minute question.
Okay.
If you overstay on your visiting visa and get married to a U.S. citizen, can I get a green card?
Yes.
All right.
I have the answer to that question earlier about HASA, by the way. It's the HIV/AIDS Services Administration, available only in New York.
Oh, okay.
They offer benefits for people who suffer from the illness. And
Okay,
like,
so
transportation
obviously
and
she
stuff.
has HIV or
Yes.
something. All right, so let her come in and let's see what the
Yeah.
status is. It's possible she can get those services.
Those benefits are tricky. It's always
Yeah, because those benefits
gotta
are
look 'em
not
up.
may not be need-based. They may be disease-based, meaning you have this disease
Hardship, basically.
and you can get this benefit. And
No
there's
matter
nothing,
what?
no matter what your income is.
Gotcha.
Okay? And as long as it's not a government, it could be a private charity that may also say, well, if your income is below $30,000 or $40,000 a year, you can get benefits from this charity. But again, that's charitable benefits, not U.S. government benefits. So we got to see exactly what this person is or is not getting. Let's go to Janice.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys doing?
Great.
Good.
Quick question. I have a friend, he just came up from Jamaica on a green card. However, he has a cousin in Jamaica, which his mom is in the hospital. They're going to pull the plug from her issue.
What?
Cancer. However,
Wait, I didn't understand what was said.
She's not. She has cancer in Jamaica.
Who?
Who has
My friend's cousin.
your friend's? All right. So is this an adult, a child? Who are we talking about?
He's a child.
Okay, so we have a child who unfortunately, God forbid, has cancer in Jamaica. How old is this child?
No. His mom.
His mom has cancer. Okay.
Yeah.
And what is the question?
My friend is here. Just came up on a green card. he wanted to know how he can file for his cousin since his mom is going to pass anytime soon.
How old is the cousin?
The cousin, he just graduated, so I think he's 17.
You can't. It's too late. There's no way to. There's no cousin-to-cousin filing, and in order to do an orphan petition or some sort of adoption, A, the child has to be under 16, and B, the cousin has to be a citizen.
Okay, it has to be under 16 years old.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
All right, thanks.
Okay. All right, let's go to Jessica. Jessica.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. So my question is, I'm a U.S. citizen, and my sister is currently visiting me on a tourist visa, and I was wondering if I could petition her from here.
You can, but she's going to end
have
up
to return.
she's going to return and overstay by 15 years before she gets a green card.
Yeah, if you file for her, the wait is about 12, 15 years.
The fact, I think her question is, if I file for her while she's in legal status, does that allow her to stay here legally?
Yeah,
the answer is no.
So she can obtain just an upgrade of status from here?
She doesn't get anything.
Nope, there's nothing. She has to return, or else she's going to overstay.
She will. You file for her. All she's going to do is get a receipt notice that she's on a very long line to get a green card, but it doesn't keep her legal here.
Okay.
All right, hold on if you need
She
help.
needs to go back then?
I think she needs a consultation. That's what I think she needs. Hold on.
All right.
All right. I think that's what she needs more than anything
Good
else. Yes, thank you. All right, let's go to Shelly. Shelly.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Brad.
Good morning.
I'm good. I am here and I'm out of status and I'm working with my employer for the past 2 years as a nanny caregiver. So I would like to know if she can sponsor me.
How did you enter?
What was the visa?
I visiting visa. I'm here 4 years now.
Okay, where's your mom and dad?
Well, they're back in Jamaica.
Where's your brothers and sisters?
I have 2 sisters here.
What is their status?
My brother's in Jamaica.
What is the status of your
One
sisters?
of my sisters is a permanent resident.
And the other one?
She's like me.
Okay. And the sister who is a permanent resident, how long has she been a permanent resident?
She's here 6 years now.
Okay. All right. The answer is there is a pathway, yes, for your employer to sponsor you. Now I have to say it slowly because it's actually a little convoluted and a little complicated. All right, but I'm going to try to explain it as best as I can in the 3 minutes that we have left and try to keep it as least complicated as possible. Let's assume we go through the entire job sponsorship, which takes about 18 months, and let's assume we get everything approved, which I'll assume we do. Working as a nanny is a good sponsorable job, and it takes 18 months to get a green card. I'm not going to go through the specifics of what's required to do a sponsorship. Let's just assume we get it approved. Okay. Now, at the end of the case, because you did not have anything filed prior to April 30th, 2001, and you've overstayed on your visa, you cannot get your green card here in America. You would have to go to your home country at the end of 18 months to pick up your green card for you to return. What is your home country? What is your home country?
Jamaica.
Okay, so you would have to go back to Kingston. Now, if we leave your sister and your mom out of the equation and you do a job sponsorship and we send you back to Kingston, Jamaica for your green card, we have committed malpractice because you are now stuck home for 10 years. You have a 10-year bar.
I can't do that. I have a daughter here who's a citizen.
How old is she?
She's 3 years old.
Okay, so now let's add something onto the layers of cake that I'm talking to you about. Okay, let's say simultaneously we do your job sponsorship. We make your sister a U.S. citizen, which takes 6 months, and then we have your U.S. citizen sister file for one of your parents, your mother or your father, or both, to get green cards to come to America. That would take a year. You're now at 18 months, assuming we start on one pathway, your job sponsorship, and on a separate pathway, a sponsorship for your parents, for your sister to become a citizen, and then to turn around and file for your parents for them to get green cards. In 18 months, approximately, 2 things will have happened. One or both of your parents have green cards, your sister is a U.S. citizen, and you are approved for your job sponsorship. When you have all of that, you are eligible for a provisional waiver through your parent. Based on, so you can get a provisional waiver through your parent. There would be a hardship to your parent. Who's going to take care of this 3-year-old? Your parent's not going to be able to do it. We bring the 3-year-old into the whole equation. And now there's hardships. And now, hopefully, we can show enough hardship that we get you a waiver approved. And now that you have a waiver, you are free to go down to Jamaica on your job sponsorship case to pick up your green card, be home for 2 weeks, and come back. I got to go, though, because we're out of time. We can talk about this later. Hold on.
Okay.
The proceeding was informational only and not specific legal advice. Consult an attorney about your individual situation. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome in the future. To make an appointment with the Spar and Bernstein Law Firm located at 225 Broadway in New York City, call 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Easy to remember? 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-LawLink. Once again, make a call to 1-800-529-5465. And, of course, link up with the law offices of Spar and Bernstein located at 225 Broadway on the 5th floor. If I were you out there, make the call, make the link, make the connection, make it Spar and Bernstein.
Done.